There is one new special marine warning. New severe thunderstorm warning for Texas.
Alright, what is up, guys? We're going to jump right into it. We've got 2 tornado warnings in Texas right now ongoing. One of them's going to be just northeast of Eden. But I don't see much on radar to suggest that there's a tornado on the ground with this one. Let's move over here, just northwest of Big Lake. This one has my attention. There's another large couplet right here, broad couplet rotation, just on the screen right here. As you can see, those winds going in and out of the radar. No warning on this one yet, though. Let's move up here. Ping pong ball sized hill. So once again, potentially a tornado on the ground here, just south of Midkiff, Texas. Not seeing a CC drop yet, so we're not really seeing any debris.
There is one new severe thunderstorm warning for Texas. There is one new severe thunderstorm warning for Texas.
So we're just going to keep watching this. If you live in the town of Stiles, you probably need to be taking shelter. The thing is cycling right now. So it's either producing a tornado right now or it's trying to currently. So slow moving storm. Fix some things. Puerto Rico, 90%, and everyone knows that tomorrow it will rain hard in the west with thunderstorms. Yeah, you guys are seeing some nasty weather, aren't you? Let's move back over here to this storm. Got a weak couplet there, but nothing to be concerned about just yet. But if you're on that polygon, you do need to be seeking shelter. This is going to be just northeast of Eden, north of Melbourne. Severe thunderstorm moving towards Santa Ana. This is all in Texas. Looks like they have now let this tornado warning for the mid-kiss storm expire. So this is going to be no longer tornado warned as this approaches Styles. One tornado warning left on the board right here with the storm that we were just on. Just north of Melbourne. Just checking some of the Twitter stuff right quick. This is the SBC outlook for the next few days. Current day 1. Did it hit or no? Did it hit? And here's tomorrow's convective outlook with our 2% tornado risk area down in South Texas right there, over into extreme southwestern Louisiana. 15% wind risk associated with those storms that are going to convect down there, as well as a little 5% area up in the Great Lakes with a 15% hail risk. Tornado warning still ongoing. You can see little rotation couplets kind of just orbiting, spinning around each other right there. However, it looks like they're going to allow this one to most likely expire. We're going to see what it continues to do here. We'll watch this merger. See if it can bounce back from that merger. We are getting ready to chase again pretty soon. We're getting everything fixed up and maintenance and stacking some money back up, and then we're gonna hit the road again here soon. Probably gonna try to chase in the next week or so. So stay tuned for that. We're also working on the next episode of Messing with Mother Nature. So it's going to be pretty exciting. Now we're going to go down this streaming road. This is definitely new, so just bear with me as I learn, and we'll learn and grow together. And yeah, I'm going to try to do more coverage late into the night and cover more of the events that the big names don't potentially always cover. Because I know some people have really bad weather anxiety, and it would just help to know that somebody is watching your back. And as a storm chaser, pretty good to read radar and telling you what's out there and what it's doing. We're not going to show any chaser feeds on radar, but you guys can see their locations if you have Radar Omega. You can just click their tab right there, and if they're streaming, their feeds will pop up. It's built into the software, so that's pretty awesome. But for now, we're going to go ahead and turn those off, just so we don't accidentally breach anybody's content rights. Still 9 severe thunderstorm warning on the board. And this is our last tornado warning right here. So we're just watching to see what it does after this merger, and maybe it'll just fall apart. That's what we're hoping for. There's a lot of clustering. All these other storms here messing with the energy of this storm as it approaches this environment. A lot of these storms have already used that up. So we've got more clustering and more pop-ups here on the backside. But we still have a defined inflow notch right here. But the rotation looks a lot better on the last radar scan. Radar scans come in every 3 to 5, sometimes 6 or 7 minutes, depending on the radar site. And so a lot of times we're waiting on data, and by the time we get it, 3, 4, 5 minutes of actions happen. So. Beautiful. And they have let that tornado warning expire. Alright, let's hope we stay that way. Still watching these two severe sails right here, and this thing is producing up to 3-inch hail. Softballs. Softball size hail could potentially be falling out of that storm, and this thing could be producing hail bigger than baseballs. Mark it 2, so could almost be producing 2-inch hail in some places. just northwest of Green Lake, currently approaching Stiles. We've also got some nasty storms that were moving through the Chicago area earlier. Those are moving out over the lake. What's up, Gladiator? We do have some power outages over here in southeast Iowa. Davis County's got 168 customers without power. Van Buren County has 375 customers without power from this line of storms that moved through earlier. Moving over to Illinois, we've got 180 customers out in Putnam County. And in northern Iowa, in Mitchell County, we've got 76 people out. White County in Arkansas, over 1,000 customers without power there. And we've got some storms ramping up, moving into the Little Rock area, just west of Little Rock. Special weather statement out for this cell for winds in excess of 40 miles per hour and penny-sized hail. Also got a special weather statement out for this one moving into Wicks for 50 mile per hour wind and penny-sized hail. It's going to impact these locations. There is a ton of lightning in that storm. Here's a view from the Perry County Weather Watchers Cyclone Port Weather Station. Hi, Maryland. Still no tornado warnings. All of this area in yellow is still under a tornado watch for a little bit over 2 hours. Going to be until 10 p.m. Central Time. Let's get back on these storms down here. Still got some clustered supercells moving through. Big storm going to be approaching Big Lake, Texas. This was our Midkiff tornado warning cell earlier. Excuse me. More concerned with this southern cell. Doesn't have as much clustering going on. It's in a primed atmosphere. This could still have some time to do something. Tons of lightning in that storm. You can see it is rotating. Got some rotation just right in here. Could be producing hail up to 4 inches in some places. Has the potential to drop softballs in 70-mile-an-hour wind. That is super destructive. Softballs at 70 miles an hour break bones. Extensive damage to crops, livestock, anything that's outside and alive. Is getting severely injured. That is not the storm that you will see me running around in the hail in my helmet on. Wow. We have saw some crazy weather the past couple weeks, especially down here in Texas and Oklahoma. Some meteorological miracles, honestly. Just really, really confusing as to how so many very rare things happened at the same time. Let's check on these northern storms here. Look at the whole country. Got some rain in the Pacific Northwest. Could be snow in higher elevations. Some rain over central and southern California right here. A little bit of rain popping up. Northwest of Vegas. So, a lot of wet and rainy conditions in the Rockies. This line right here is the most concerning. Flooding could be a big threat with a lot of that rain that's coming through, especially with how much rain Oklahoma, Texas, and South Kansas has gotten over. The strongest of these cells are still down in Texas in that rich environment. Got some storms down here in southwest Georgia, just coming out of southeastern Alabama, out of Dothan. Still got a pretty good cell right there in Dothan. Probably hearing some thunder booms off in the distance. A lot of lightning on that storm. Wow. It's going to be approaching Quincy and Midway. A lot of lightning. If you're in Quincy right now and you look northwest, you're going to see a show probably. Wow. Look at the lightning strikes on that. That's crazy. North Alabama. Pretty much clear. Probably going to see some ground fog over towards the mountain and skyline. Scottsboro and Stevenson over on the other side of Huntsville, but for the most part we've cleared out. We do have some rain moving into central Mississippi right now though. A few cells firing off in southwest Alabama too. Nice little cell in Millry. Another lightning producer north of Macomb in Mississippi. And Some strong storms moving into the Little Rock area, going to be just north of the Hot Springs Village. They had a pretty good tornado come through there not too long ago also. But rest assured that this is just going to be a very strong thunderstorm that comes through here. A lot of lightning. I think these two cells are the ones I'm most concerned with, especially this other one here. It's off all by itself. It's got all this unworked atmosphere in front of it to work with right here. Doesn't have a whole lot of clustering from this one going on like this one has. It's got all of these sister cells out here starving it. So if this cell can either eat these two or break away from them, I believe that it is possibly going to keep intensifying. And we may see a tornado warning coming out of this here soon. The hell core on this is nuts. Yeah, that thing's probably dropping at least baseballs, probably softballs right now. So if you live in this area, you're going to want to be taking shelter from those for sure. If you're northeast of Sanderson, if you're at the Terrell County gas plant, you're probably seeing significant hail. Sheesh. Yeah, that's a massive hail core on that. So we're going to watch these two cells. Like I said, I'm more concerned with this one right now, especially with the hail damage that it's producing. If you're caught out in that, that could potentially be life-threatening. Area of really broad rotation. As it tracks in right there. See if it's going to tie it up.
There is one new severe thunderstorm warning for Texas. There is one new severe thunderstorm warning for Texas.
They've extended that one. Yeah, I just don't think this cell up here is gonna, if it can get away from the clustering, but it's becoming very outflow dominant right here. And this one's starting to become outflow dominant on the eastern edge right here, which is good news. So maybe these will just stay severe and this will keep downtrending. We're still at 0 tornado warnings, and we have 7 severe thunderstorm warnings on the board. all of those in the state of Texas.
There is one new severe thunderstorm warning for Texas. There is one new severe thunderstorm warning for Texas.
That tornado. It's super loud on the stream. That tornado.
Okay.
I'm talking about the one on the game.
Okay. Still got a broad area of rotation in it, so we're gonna watch it.
There is one new severe thunderstorm warning for Florida. There is one new severe thunderstorm warning for Florida.
We're gonna move over to that. Yeah, so this thing is producing a ton of lightning. This one's trying, but it just can't do what it wants to do. This one here moving into Quincy and Midway and Greensboro, Florida. It's going to pack a little punch though. 1-inch hail in Florida. Yeah, I believe it. This storm appears to be consolidating a little bit. So we'll watch and see if it can tighten up some.
There is one new severe thunderstorm warning for Texas. There is one new severe thunderstorm warning for Texas.
Tons of spotters out here on the storm. Still no tornado warnings, just severe thunderstorm warnings, and all of them, except for one, are in Texas with one in Florida. And Texas is just lighting up tonight with lightning. Be a good night to get out there and shoot some red sprites. Right, and if it'll continue like this, we're going to be able to end the stream. Check out my sunburn. That Alabama sun will do it to you. Alright, I think I got it figured out. Alright, that audio should be a lot better. Alright, I think I got it figured out.
There is one new severe thunderstorm warning for Texas. There is one new severe thunderstorm warning for Texas.
Okay, yeah, I fixed it. Sorry about that. That was crazy. I'm learning. I am learning. And now it's clustering. Currently watching this. Got a day 4 and this day 5 right here. This is going to be for Wednesday. And we may or may not chase this. We'll see.
There is one new severe thunderstorm warning for Texas. There is one new severe thunderstorm warning for Texas.
Not doing much of nothing. Still producing some big hail. Interesting.
There is one new severe thunderstorm warning for Texas. There is one new severe thunderstorm warning for Texas.
All right, we've got 8 severe thunderstorm warnings on the board. is definitely some rotation going on here with this storm that's approaching Big Lake. We're gonna keep an eye on that one. That's interesting. That is quite interesting, actually. It's got some nice swirlage going on right here. One second here. Alright, that little bit of swirlage I think is trying to break up here, so more good news. As I believe with sunset, these storms have lost their luster to produce tornadoes, which is good news for the residents of Texas. Still going to be a noisy night. There's a lot of lightning associated with these storms, so it's going to be a noisy night. Unless you're one of those that, like me, I like to go to sleep with thunderstorm sounds. I love the sound of thunder, so it'd be time for me to put on a movie, crawl in the bed, turn all the lights off, and go to sleep super early because there's thunderstorms. However, at this point in my life, at the first sound of thunder, I am out the door. Been pretty tired. It's been a busy last month, for sure. We've just been getting it. But as you guys can see, we have been working tirelessly on the stream, the car, how we chase, how we capture content, how we deliver content. Putting a lot of time into making content. And everything is only going to get better, so. A few storms moving into southern Oklahoma. Another little line of storms just north and northeast of Wichita Falls, Texas. But this little cell right here, just south of Loco, west of Ringling, is producing a ton of lightning. And is probably producing some pretty good sized hail. Probably seeing some quarter sized hail out of that. As these line of storms make their way into Oklahoma. We'll check out the model runs right quick, see what the rest of the night's going to look like. Turn all of this off so you guys can see. Go back to the 23Z model right here. This is about 7 p.m. As we run this forward, you can see into 10, 11, 12 p.m. this system just keeps firing as it makes its way east across Texas. So the night is not over. But the biggest threats with this is going to be hail and flooding. But we cannot rule out the chance for another tornado or two. Yes, it is. I'm going to need a big pack of cheese sticks. A 30 pack. Good to see you in chat. Yeah, that system's just going to blow up right there. Look at that. 12 p.m. tomorrow, northwest of Corpus Christi. Look at the hail core on that. That's going to be a problem if this HRRR pans out for once. This is just a representative model. This is by no means exactly how it's going to pan out, and the last month of chasing has really shown the weaknesses of the HRRR model, and a lot of times it's just completely dead wrong. Unfortunately, that's weather. That's just how it works sometimes. So if you've got no weather radios, you need to have those on. If you don't have those, you need to get them in your Amazon carts. You can go pick them up at your local Walmart. Sometimes you can get them at your local emergency management agency. But for nights like tonight, especially if you don't have great coverage on your vehicle with your insurance, or you don't have full coverage at all, or you don't have hail coverage, a night like tonight is the night you want to know that. So at least you can maybe go put a mattress or a bunch of clothes or something on your car, because some of these cells are producing hailstones larger than softballs, and that's going to be ongoing throughout the night as these storms continue to convect and blow up and make their way eastward across Texas. As we go later into the night, the tornado threat is a lot lower than it was earlier today, but it is still not zero. So it's important to keep that in mind as everybody gets ready to wind down for the night. The sun's gone down, everybody's getting their families fed, getting ready for Sunday tomorrow. A lot of people are going to get up and go to church, so you need to be weather aware tonight as you go to sleep and know that there could be significant hail damage to certain places overnight, up to even severe hail damage. And you don't want to be caught out in these. Just quarter-sized hail is very, very painful. Softball size plus hail is going to break bones, if not be fatal if you get hit in the head. So everyone remain weather aware. I don't see a current tornado threat present anymore. However, if that changes, and we see the need to, we will go live. And I will be monitoring these storms here at the Team Dixie HQ Weather Center, probably through the overnight, honestly. Because some of these cells, as they fire, going into this more pristine environment right here that hasn't really been used up yet, and there's still a ton of convective energy there. There's still a bunch of forcing. There's still a bunch of wind shear. They could become instantly tornadic, and what I mean by that is that these cells could blow up and only drop a tornado that is still a strong tornado for a very short distance and be very, very short-lived. And see, like with the curvature on this cell here, this cell could quickly go tornadic. All it needs is the right mergers or the right environments. However, I don't think this is going to be able to do a whole lot with the clustering here, but it is always possible. They're all just moving up into an environment that's been pretty used up. That's going to be it for our radar coverage tonight. Thank you guys for tuning in. Before you go, make sure you hit that like button if you have not yet and you would like to see more videos like this of severe weather coverage or even live storm chasing videos. We also release a storm chasing vlog / series almost weekly called Messing with Mother Nature. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Everybody remain weather aware throughout the night. The biggest threat is going to be a hail threat, so maybe pull your cars in the garage or have a backup plan for how to save your windshield if you're caught in these storms, and we will have an update for you guys in the morning. Thank you all for tuning in.